Liana wants some clout. I guess we have to respond. Your whole message to Choco, I wasn't going to let her, but Liana needs to let out some frustration. I don't want her to cage in for so long when you talk as if you're any different from your fucking alter. In situations that require system accountability, I already should discredit you by proxy, but let's see what piece of BS you gotta say. Because apparently you fuckers cannot keep my name out of your worthless mouth. So fuckface. Oh no, Timmy Tough Knuckles wants to have a little spat now. What do you gotta say? Liana here. Final boss wannabe. I just want to come on here and discuss your recent behavior. There's nothing you're equipped to discuss. You don't mean a thing to me. As a person otherwise, well, quite literally, you could drop that at this very instant. I would just step over you and continue walking. But let's see what you gotta say. Just for the lulz. Not gonna lie, you lie all the time, so that's already going to be a really tall order for you. None of this surprises me because I say enough to know how fucked up the world can be. You haven't even begun to grasp how messed up the world can be. That doesn't stop the fact that I'm still disgusted at you as annoying as you are. Ah, so you're still as disgusting as ever and as obnoxious. Cool. Rather pretty hilarious yet pathetic that you're trying to dig up pretty excuses to make it seem like what you're doing is justified when in reality you're just fucking unhinged. I am unhinged. I never had a problem saying that because it's something I wear with pride. But sure, petty excuses like free harassment campaigns all documented, publicized, and every single bit that has been shown in the videos. And you're rallying up together with entire Discord servers trying to stalk every single bit that I move, every single person I talk to, and trying to smear in different directions. So I had to spend my effort debunking every single bit that you gotta say. And some of you co-signing, Nathan, so that's pretty much what you got going on for you. The only bad excuses are your deflections. And I see you like to keep bringing up the lyric situation you haven't heavily taken out of context on purpose. Liana, buddy, didn't I already debunk your excuses several times? Because when you said your post, I still remember, by the way, on your post, the accusations debunked, you showed the same exact receipts that were shown to me. You just gave them a different context. Also, I don't know if you understand this, but there's no recontextualizing what you did. It's gross regardless. Like, legally speaking, it's just gross regardless. So, don't even fucking try to mix control on me. You need to learn how to move on. You need to learn how to take accountability. Someone there told you how to be when you keep bringing it up over and over again. I bring it up as many times as I have to. The second that you'll continue to deflect it from your own behaviors all the time to try to smear my name and put it in your worthless mouths, then I was going to bring out every single thing that all of you did. Because if you can do all of this weird movements around, you try zigzagging, you try co-signing the worst people on the planet, and you try every bit of Sutherford tactics in order for you not to be called out for what you do, what makes you think you are entitled to me showing any more mercy to anyone to you? Again, though, the mere situation already meant that none of you mean a thing to me as individuals or otherwise. Like, not even on a human baseline. All of you could die on a pit of fire, flaming ablaze, and I wouldn't even blink. So, congratulations on that. No, I didn't beg for your help on anything that I was venting, unsolicited venting. Also, you did beg. I still have the screenshot of the help me, period. So you make up shit to try and make me look more sad than you. I don't need to make up anything. You're pathetic all on your own. I don't need help. I don't need to help you with this. Entirely your problem. And why do you keep bringing it up? We're not talking about Nathan right now. It's not what you've been a massive piece of it. Because recently people continue trying to co-sign Nathan and some of these people that are associated with you, including the last talker that I'm banned. And also because some of you continue trying to torpedo consequences for people like him. Or you try to use any single other person who I fight or I get terminated. And you start acting like Nathan. So, if you want me, I can change to bring in Pierce. I mean, some of you try to make apologies about of Pierce as well. So, congrats. No, this is about me retaliating as all of you individually and collectively choose to start with. You decide to be sludge, lowest, most immoral amoebas possible, and then you complain when you get consequences and held accountable for it. So you want to bring up Nathan up this sentence as me. Lady the first to say you're not different. When it comes to block evading and harassment, holding you accountable for what all of you collectively do alongside with your stalking and your documented harassment is not harassment. Responding to your smears is not harassment. Returning your energy is not harassment. Like you literally have hosted entire harassment and smear campaigns and you're going to complain about retaliation. Block evading, so many of your users do it. Otherwise you wouldn't get screenshots from my blog when I had blocked all of you so many times on my past blogs already. To the people who keep saying I block evaded Choco, I want you to have some proof, please. Oh, well, you can, because there is none to begin with. Why would I bother doing something that I have already provided countless times? Just so you continue having another talking point of a nothing burger to reflect with? I do not care. This has gone since way beyond anything related to your block evasions. Everything you accuse me of isn't even real. Sure, whatever you say. Receipts on the screen, right? All of them publicly available are certainly going to fade away because you really want them to. No, unfortunately, everything you did is real. You know what causing actual problems? Ah, yes, the pure know you fallacy. Besides, you did far worse than me. Did I now? Did I? I'm not the one who has hosted entire harassment campaigns in Discord servers. I'm not the one who has entirely, out of your own volition, tried to organize entire online mobs in order to harass pro-shippers into suicide. The Lacey situation, the Lacey, L-A-C-E-Y, was entirely all of you guys' fault as well. The Cosmic Garden situation. And then this new little rebrand that we have had since September, October, which I can label it like another revamp of the Cosmic Garden situation with all of you, except with more people involved into your situations. Y'all tried anything, any single thing documented in these 15 videos. You try to revise my trauma, you try to tell me my experiences, you try to speak over me, you try to fake claim people, you try to do the normal situation, you try to torpedo evidence against the data situation, you try to latch onto every single thing that I did and try to revision it and try to smear and try to gossip. All of this whole thing you all tried over and over again and lambasted every day, as well as making hate blogs, as doing anything possible to obfuscate and make as much noise as you can. And then when these people, all of them get dealt with, you cry wolf. And when you actually push someone far enough that they decide to send strobes, then that's the new talking point. That being said, go fuck yourself. Go fuck, you know what we wish you. Oh, go fuck yourself. No, thank you. I don't feel like doing that right now. You can if you want to, like, again, if you want to fuck off the net and accept the fact that you're the one whose all friends have left, you're the one who nobody wants to associate with, and you're the one who's been outed for talking about come with a 15-year-old. Groomer behavior, by the way. Then that's entirely your business. But no, I'm not going to leave the internet just so you can finally try to find another excuse to scapegoat for all of your crimes and collectively together your entire group of cancerous walking cells. You decided to do what you did. You decided to do all of these things. And this is something entirely your thing. You did it. You enjoyed it. You pay for it. What's funny is even now, after this sort of situation, I still have plenty of friends. I have plenty of people who are on my side, who have seen everything I had to deal and put up with, and having to call out so many monsters like you. So if you're trying to bring up some alienation tactics again, it's not going to work. And even if it did, I will be able to fight all of you and continue standing. Because that's what being a survivor is about. Not your fucking comfort. I said it once and I will say it again. You're still guilty of everything that I have been speaking about. And the more disgusting miscreants you try to co-sign, the worse it gets. More. It's funny how Choco says they don't have to care about what anyone say when they're making constant videos of get out or say no. It's called documenting your smears. Doesn't mean that I care. It means that you don't get to be comfortable. Lying is that easy. You make the choices, you get documented. To someone who doesn't care about normal caring about what others say, they really had like to say truths about you and others. Choco doesn't care why bother bringing up the killer. If you're so much of a loser, you have to stalk every single situation I'm involved in because you have nothing better to do with your lives, why you continue to deflect. Like, that's the real thing. Y'all really want to live my life for me and then complain that it doesn't stick. Oh, I used to be friends with Italia to rifle him and alone. Ah, you mean someone who liked my post and who then I told off for being an entitled brat that I want nothing to do with whatsoever? You mean that person who spread misinformation and I already debunked? You mean another person for you guys to keep hiding behind like you always keep doing for every single new person? Again, weirdos. It's so hard to ignore things and be proven you cannot look at them from accounts. You speak from experience here? Again, I don't have to ignore your bullshit just because you feel comfortable enough saying it. It's like if someone told you that you raped someone or if someone called you a rapist or if someone tried to explain your story to you and spread it around and then wanted you not to respond. Could you or would you want to deal with that? Of course not. But you want it for others just so you have the privilege of doing it while also on the same footing telling someone else not to respond. So you're a coward, you're entitled, you're privileged, you reflect, and you project. All of these things at once. For you, Choco can take a hit when someone tells it to fuck off. There's all I need right now. Again, no one cares what you say. If you don't leave someone alone, if you try to revisit their experiences for them, and if you step over their boundaries 24/7, no one's going to quote-unquote leave you alone. Like, you'll punch first and then complain you get hit. That's how it works. It has nothing to do with heal. It has nothing to do with jump off a fucking hill, Nathan. I don't care. Why do you make persist to make post constant applying to every little issue someone says about it? Every little insult or every bit of defamation? Once again, there's a difference between invective and misinformation. If you don't care enough about the things you say to spread misinformation about someone because you have no lives of your own, and instead you want to gossip, then that's entirely your problem. Just because I don't care doesn't mean that I have to let you do it and not hold you accountable. Again, you don't have that privilege. So like the person who doesn't care what anyone says about them. Choco doesn't care. Why do they just need to post links of her blog say something bad about them? If they don't know that, if they didn't know that social court is the first to anyone hurt the person's feelings. Because, first of all, again, like I told you, just because you are entitled and comfortable enough to lie to get flagged, doesn't mean that I have to permit it to you. You don't get the comfort of doing that. You just don't. If you're comfortable enough talking shit about people, you're comfortable enough being held accountable. And don't you try to play victim on my following, holding you accountable as well. It's entirely you who chooses how you do things. You choose to do something, the consequences of that are entirely and uniquely your fault. And it's you and only you who are responsible to whatever happens to you. This applies to you and this applies to every single person who has been involved on the smears, on the misinformation, and on the fighting first and throwing shit first and then complaining when you get hit. Again, I'm not your little prop. It has nothing to do with feelings. But even if it had anything to do with feelings, y'all are the people who cry wolf at the slightest bit of criticism. Y'all are the ones who cannot take anything of what you dish out. Meanwhile, I'm still on my feet after months of y'all trying all of this mental gymnastics. So, cloud chasers, provocateurs, trolls, and proven perpetrators. Look at Celestial Gluttony, by the way, trying to be the main character. You didn't get anybody terminated, unfortunately, for you. Not a single person that you get terminated. Also, look at you trying to be slick. Change URL because Choco leaked main blog after disguising as an anon to try to get it. Choco was threatening to dox some people who were sending gore, telling it to kill themselves, sending it to the anonymous source when we share. Oh yes, pure anecdote with no evidence to back it up. We share anonymous. Choco is actually encouraging to have people spend it's supposed to be anti-harassment. See, that's the thing I love about you peeps. You really think that you can get to do anything and then cry harassment when someone responds, as if stances over fiction apply to real life events. No. If you try to kill someone, you don't get to cry anti-harassment, for example, when someone hits you. It's stupid. Also, I know almost all of your main blogs, like all of your main blogs, and I haven't leaked any of them. I have just blocked people. But if this is about the stalker, like the actual stalker that I documented, the one with who tried stealing the infinite-proship-choco account URL and had the fucking Mirmo picture, the one with the Christian thing, then I'm so damn glad that something happened to them. And I hope it gets so much worse. Anyway, if I really wanted to unread that text, I would probably could, or at least find it, but I really don't care enough. Anyway, continuing. Wishing the best Sienna since Paradise, wishing who would accuse of running shit that you guys are actually done. See better days. Oh, the monsters want to huggle together. Choco, just do us all a favor and leave us all alone. No. I don't think you understand. I'm not going to just give you these pleasantries. The meanwhile, it voided all of your rights to any grace. You really believe that you can just do anything, you can talk about me however you like, you can do the worst shit imaginable already documented, and people are just going to not respond to you just because it is what you want and it's really convenient. Like, you want to do anything you want, but people shouldn't respond to what you do. No, actually, that's not how anything works. Like, even to your entitlement levels, that's not how things work. Making videos nobody will even remember or even see. It's just listed to avoid you from running you. No, actually, it's just there for archiving. Like, sorry to burst your bubble, this is not for cloud. Unlike what you all do, this is not for cloud. This is for archiving. And unfortunately for you, yeah, people actually do watch this. I mean, otherwise they wouldn't come after you. Like, you keep protesting that they do. You're showing you do care because you know you're wrong. Ah, yes, documenting your bullshit, holding you accountable is showing I quote-unquote care. No, actually, what it is showing that I'm not letting you be comfortable doing what you do without responding. You don't get to write my story. Never will. Same for the friends who are still devoted freaks. Ooh, devoted freaks. It's really funny. You want to please someone to not give you consequences for your actions, and then you use the word freaks to describe to someone. AKA everyone calling you out is a freak. Then I don't know what that makes you. Parasites, leeches, amoebas, walking contamination of gangrenes. Anyway. Freaks sitting they can never avoid their country for their actions. Projecting so hard onto us. Again, the call comes from right inside the fucking house. To the friends who try to identify they're still friends with them and helping hand me others. Hey, psst, 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 psst. Sorry to burst your bubble. You're talking right there on this block. The author you're talking to, okay, a groomer. Proven, confirmed groomer who talks about come with a 15-year-old. And so many of you got called out for exhibiting similar behavior or pushing kids to suicide. Again, after the minimal rate imagery, none of you had the slightest chance at ever asking for anything. Whatever happens to you is exclusively uniquely your fault. Okay? Like, not a single person gives a fuck about you. We all know how big of a liar you are. Documenting your lies, documenting your smears, documenting your bullshit, documenting your crimes. Yes, just because the perpetrators, like all of you, know how deep into the trenches you are, how big of liars you got proven to be, and how you can start shit but never handle it, doesn't mean you get to scapegoat accountability. So again, more projection from you on this. We all know the worst you and your shit followers used to gaslight and manipulate others. Again, the calming drive from within. Is it gaslighting when I prove you the fuck wrong? Is it gaslighting when I hold you accountable for what you do? Is it gaslighting when the more dirt you throw to try to obfuscate, and the more you try to pull out the dartboard, the more you're held accountable? Is it gaslighting to call you the fuck out for what you have been shown to do? Is it gaslighting to show how you lie and contradict yourselves 24/7 and discredit everybody who rightfully holds you the fuck accountable? Is it gaslighting to see how you try to pivot every single situation that I have been in, smearing and throwing shit in every single direction and fail to hold yourselves accountable because you think that hiding through enough people that you will try to manipulate is somehow going to give you the scapegoat you want? We are first minors who are in the project community. We know you block away. Again, bold of you to assume many of you get to talk about minors. The minors you sexually harass, the minors you send CSA into, the minors you want to groom into your little ideology crusades. Give it a rest. Here's the difference. I have never been sexual towards minors. You'll have. By that metric alone, you're cancelled for life. But let's continue. We look away because I want to make sure you look shadow is the character you just look and see what others are saying about you. You know the difference though? You'll have your entire server to gossip and harass people and try to push kids to suicide or sexually harass them. I do not hide that I block away. I'm not a coward like you. If you talk shit, I will document it. If you lie, if you try to throw smears, I will document it. I don't regard you. I don't give two fucks about block evasions. Get a grip. You have bigger fish to fry. If you're 13 years old, you should know better. I'm not. If you're not 20 as they say you are, you need help and it's not too late to be a better person. If you didn't want to be lonely, and people fear you, certain talks. Okay. Keep the virtual silent to yourself. Okay? Okay, you need help, little tidbit, is the last thing that any of you get to say. Like, it's literally the last thing you get to tell your victims. It's extremely disrespectful to everybody that's been affected by all of your actions. And trying to reverse the script, as I already said once and will say forever, does not do you any favors. Continue. You truly want to be loved? I do not care about being loved by people like you. The people who do care about me already do. And I do not subscribe to my perpetrators' wishes. Making people fear me, making bad people fear me, threatening to dox them, threatening to dox people who smear my name, or who do the mere more rape imagery, or who have sexually harassed me and then try to speak over me about what is or isn't, or have tried to legitimize me in every situation I've been put under, while obviously still thinking that they're going to get away with it without the slightest bit of pushback. These are words that can easily be refined with a real dictionary. So you say to look at words is not when you yourself use AI is not the way to get people to love you. Hey, psst. Again, more misinformation for you to correct. I know what words mean better than you do. I do not use AI to look up anything. So unfortunately for you, that's another bit of misinformation on your end. It's really funny how you speak about a dictionary, but a lot of you have been documented to be using buzzwords you don't understand. I don't need AI, buddy. I am a polyglot. One of my best friends is a linguist. You guys didn't even know that the word survivor, the old spelling, the British spelling, was actually correct, even if it was archaic. I'm a polyglot who knows 7 different languages. Pace yourself. If you don't know the meaning of a word, don't use it. Or actually ask me what it means, or ask anyone else what it means before throwing it at the direction, because otherwise you look stupid. I mean, let's face it, even the Ghost Crimson or whatever, Crimson was the username, who doesn't even know how to write, by the way, doesn't even know the timeline of the 3 that they tried to show and were corrected with. The Caleb situation that they claim in May, I was not in May. My situation involved, that they got involved in, was in July. So again, even that timeline already goes out the window. You are so uncoordinated even in your smears, and you try to discredit from your own ignorance. This whole Dunning-Kruger thing you got going on is really unhealthy. And when you tell your followers to not read a post you talk about, they really should think to themselves and truly read it. That's a strong one then. Again, if you're going to try to discredit someone, at least put forward bullshit that's actually credible. Okay? Instead of trying to gaslight people, put forward things that are actually credible and show a modicum of intelligence. Trying to appeal to a following over what all of you got called out for doing, which is throw as much as possible and hope nobody looks into what you're saying and unpacks the absolute tomfoolery that you continue to spew out. Doesn't do any favors. Like, your entire group is known for its lack of media literacy, not the other way around. Okay? Stumbling at test procedures, the end is alone. You see you're not in the result. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? I think you have somehow gotten either the timeline wrong or in the middle of all the lies you keep mixing together, some of this got mixed up. When the fuck have I ever said I was an auntie? Are you even capable of reading my blog? Do you contact the wrong person, or do you have a mental influence going on that needs to be addressed? Guys, this person thinks I'm an auntie. I'm done. Like, y'all need more therapy than I do at this point. Golly geez on the sticks. Competition for mental gymnastics and just word vomit. Just word vomit. The only charade is yours, fuckers. Like, you have actually said some of the most stupid things I had documented in the past week. Projecting your own behaviors after everybody that calls you out, and then you try to say that the person calling you out is an auntie. Stop going after people calling you out. Stop trying to hide. Stop trying superfoods. Stop trying to co-sign other people to hide your smears, and leave everybody the fuck alone. Until pro-ship. Because again, if y'all could be honest about anything that comes out of your mouth for once in your lives, then people would take you seriously. Because you can, no one does. Be better. By doing better, harmful things, I will do as much harmful retaliation as the harm that you actually do first. If you're not comfortable with how someone retaliates, don't be comfortable starting shit with people. Period. Doing better and stop keeping up this charade and be better. The only charade that we have documented is yours. Like, holy sticks. Every single bit of the farce you have collectively tried to keep up crumbles the more that I keep unpacking it. Any other interesting chicas instead of Peacemaker? Is it a follower of Choco or some pro-shipper or neutral shipper who just discovered them? And Choco never... Peacemaker? Peacemaker? I'm not a peacemaker. I never pretended to be a peacemaker. I want to destroy each and every single one of you. I'm open about this. Every single time you put my name in your mouth and every single time you discredit or try to reflect from what you got documented or doing while trying to push forward the most bullshit possible and get away with it and then cry wolf when you get retaliated against, the more justified I am. Also, who the fuck said that I want to essay anybody? If anything, I want to be essayed. I am the person who actually prefers being essayed than anything else. So again, you got the reversals wrong. Just because someone made a poll about people wanting to essay me. And I'm sure a lot of you voted, by the way, because you're that messed up in the head. It's okay. Doesn't mean that you get to invert it. You say it's antis, I said the same, you're not better than them. And has any of the antis been held accountable? Or do you just continue to deflect and throw more screens and see if anything hits? That's a funny thing. You continue playing the same games. Thank you so much, Shannon. You don't know how much this actually means to me. Oh, look at this. Look at the fool. The fool got a little bit of solace from someone equally as bankrupt as them. Sorry, reality doesn't subscribe to the narrative. Never did and never will. Joker's not from Nathan either. I get people thinking like you are referring for fun. Oh, really? Last time I checked, I was not someone who actually wanted CSAM out of anybody. Or made CSAM out of them. But hey, considering that your host is a fucking groomer and that your community is called out for being a cult of child molesters who sexually exploit people, considering that you and your group made a minimal rape imagery out of somebody, considering that you literally begged me from the Nathan situation, I said once that I would continue to say it while also not caring about the sexual harassment campaign I was going through, and considering that right after you go told basic boundaries by leaving me the fuck alone in September, none of you could even do that much, and instead decided to start smears and smears after smears after smears while engaging in the same controlling behavior that you got called out for doing every single time. And because nothing pays purchase, you just try to control and monitor every single bit of movement that your victims do, because that's your way of modus operandi. One person tries to control, the other tries to set a narrative, the other tries to spread that narrative, and others try to cover up every single talking point, just so you get away with trying to have the entire thing contained. While also your police reactions to your own behavior has framed them as the actions without addressing every single bit of your actions that came first. Honestly, your cold tactics are very apparent, but they don't fool anybody who has actually seen all of the events and has kept up with the timeline and continues to do it. So if anyone's like Nathan, that's you. Again, though, y'all are much closer to being Nathan than any of us. And you actually have blood in your hands, unlike me, so you can pack it up. You got told to quit it many times. You didn't. You got told to fuck off after the Mirmo situation. None of you did. The second that Mirmo situation came to be, y'all were done. This is becoming a lifetime problem for all of y'all. That's it. You insulted something sacred after everything else you did. You lost any privileges you had. It's just that simple. You're not going to be innocent no matter how many of you try to cover up for each other. No matter how many times you try to scavenge. No matter how many times you get your lies mixed up together. Doesn't matter. All of the social engineer of yours doesn't matter. The farce, the charade you got going on, the cloud chase in perpetuality, is nothing anybody's going to entertain. Because what matters is the evidence. I mean, let's face it, you losers even tried to use the same tag in which I was getting sexually harassed, the Choco Victims tag, so... Remember, by the way, that Anon literally got it mixed up and thought that I was an auntie. And again, the fact that after this, especially, wait, let me find it. After this. After this mockery of bodily agency, the fuck any of you thinks that you're worth the air you breathe and anyone's going to not respond to you is hysterical. Because y'all can handle a single speck of what you throw at people. So yeah, no. Stop begging, stop preaching to the shore, and grow the fuck up. If you don't want people to hold you accountable, don't do all of these things. It's that easy. Again, though, I said it once and I will say it again. You got all of these videos at the very least to go over. before any of you has the right to even try to flirt anymore. Bye-bye. But yeah, needless to say, and as I always said, I'm not going to make myself smaller just so you guys feel more comfortable abusing people and telling all your victims how to react to what you choose to do.